Good morning, everyone. Agatha. Oh, man, I was going to say season one. No, we all know where this series is going. Agatha, episode one. Man, we're in for a doozy. Let's get started. Now, from what I'm assuming here, just like with WandaVision, the first few episodes, they're inside of a TV show. I don't really understand why that would happen the same way with Agatha, because at the end of WandaVision, she trapped her in some kind of mental void or whatever. But why would she be able to pass between different TV shows? Wouldn't she just be stuck in the same TV show that Wanda put her in at the end of the season? I really don't think I understood that show very much. Because thinking about it, Vision was fake and the kids were fake, yet she made Vision have the ability to disobey her and go off on his own things. I don't know. I'm going to do another WandaVision episode sometime in the future, but back to this.
Another beautiful day.
It's funny because it's not a beautiful day.
There I was, sitting on my duff, playing Candy Crush, happy as a clam, enjoying the fruits of my undeserved disciplinary action.
The writing so far is dreadful. I don't know if this is a parody of, I'm going to assume True Detective, even though I've never watched it before. I don't know if these were actual lines in the show, but if they were, man, that's bad. And if they were in the show, why would Marvel look at that and say, you know what, let's do exactly this?
Chief calls and tells me hibernation's over. Got a case only you can solve.
I got a case that only you can solve. You've been here for 5 seconds. The body, I'm assuming, was just reported, and the forensics is here. But this is the worst thing we've ever seen ever, and only you can solve it with your wit and your charm.
Here she fall?
She was crushed.
By what?
Something big and heavy.
A rock. Maybe she was crushed by a rock.
She is dead though, isn't she, Herb?
Oh, she's really most sincerely dead.
Never know.
What do you mean you never know? Why are you winking? Why are you making light of the situation? Someone's dead. Is this something that really happens in the world of detectives? Where they just go to these crime scenes cracking jokes about dead bodies? Oh, did you just realize that there's a dead body here and this is kind of serious and maybe you should be taking this seriously?
Get samples from both.
Samples from what? Both her feet and her fingers? I really hope this isn't taken from True Detective, because if it is, this is a dreadful show. The killing is 100% better than this.
They set the roller. You ready to see?
What do you mean we're set to roll her? So, help me out here. So, someone was just, I guess, jogging by, or somehow someone found this dead body in here. And they didn't roll them over on their back to begin with. They just saw a dead body sprawled out on her stomach. And they're like, hey, I guess I'll just call the police, not try to see if this person's alive, roll him over, maybe try to give him CPR, nothing? Can we maybe show some blood or something here? I know it's a TV-14 rating, but can we maybe show some gravity here of a situation? It just looks like this person, I would assume this person drowned or was strangled or something. We're saying crushed by something heavy. The head looks pretty much intact.
Who are you?
I hate when they talk to the dead bodies. Is this a real thing? If anyone's listening to this that is actually a detective, do they talk to the dead bodies at all?
You okay, Agnes?
You don't seem like yourself.
I'll try to be more cheerful for you next time, Herb. But right now, this unidentified woman lying dead in a creek has just got me down in the dumps.
I dislike you immensely. How is it possible that so many of these products, the opening, they want us to just completely dislike these characters? There's nothing about this character right now. Obviously, it's going to go into witch mode later on and all that crap, but I don't care for any. I liked WandaVision so much better with the happy, goofy, what was it, 1950s, 40s television style of the family sitcom. Everything was so much more fun with that show. And then when it got serious, random was like, oh, holy shit, this is actually kind of creepy. But no. Let's start this off with make her a character that I don't remotely care about. Good idea, everyone.
Let me know when the dental records come in.
Why are there dental... Again, right here. No blood at all. No smooshed face. No anything. No scratch, claw marks or anything like that. Just this body looks pretty much intact. Crushed by something heavy. And if it was crushed by something heavy, the dental records, would it matter at this point? If the face is supposed to be crushed in with something heavy, how do you get dental records with something like that? Everything will be smooshed and out of place, right?
Official police business. Excuse me.
You use that line at the supermarket checkout too.
Only.
Marvel, why are you doing this? Why are you starting your TV show with making her as unlikable as humanly possible? Maybe you should have gone with a different show instead of True Detective. I have no idea if this is actually taken from the show or not, or is your own parody of it, but it's so dumb. And WandaVision did so much better.
It's the victim. She dead?
Then why do you assume it's a woman?
I literally had a 50-50 chance.
There are no names on here.
But there are dates.
We don't...
Thank you, detective.
Well, thanks a bunch for your help, Dottie. You've been an absolute angel.
The actress isn't bad in other things. This is what I'm confused about. She's not a terrible actress. So, why would you take her right now, pretty much at the height of her career after WandaVision, and then say, you know what? We're going to give you the worst performance ever. We're going to write a character where you look terrible in, and your acting style is going to be horrendous. Why would you do that?
Incidentally, where were you last night between the hours of 1 and 3
I
a.m.?
guess I could run the book tight.
I'm sorry here. Hold on a second. So, you're trying to get her to start doing things by shouting, where were you between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m., I'm assuming? I don't know. I was home, flicking the bean. What's it to you? Is she guilty? Why would this be a way of intimidating this woman to doing what you want?
This book wasn't checked out. It was stolen 3 years ago.
Couldn't you have just... Wait. So you saw the dates on it, and you couldn't determine that this book hasn't been in the library in a very long time? Were there no years on it?
There was a fire.
I think he's guilty. Just as unlikable as every scene with her chewing her gum and just the way she walks and talks, and now walking with a donut in her mouth. There is nothing good about this character. At all. I don't care.
Glad to be back, Chief. And no, I do not accept your apology.
Yeah, so...
Hey, that guy was in WandaVision, wasn't he?
Fancy dirt always attracts the attention of the feds.
Agent Vidal is an asset here, Agnes.
Eat my ass, Chief.
Just how do you have a job? You're not even remotely good at your job as a detective. Everything we've seen so far, there's no reason... Wasn't she brought back from suspension early because this is a case that only she can solve? I'm getting nothing here that any regular police officer or regular person would not normally do to solve this. Oh, look, I found a card from the library. I guess I'll go to the library and find out about the book. Wow, great detective work.
It's been a long time.
What are you doing here?
If you want to be in control, you can be.
I wonder if they're gay. I really don't think Audrey Plaza is that great of an actress. I think she peaked with Parks and Rec, and afterwards it's just... She's been riding that for the rest of her career so far, and I don't think she's really that much of a draw at all.
It's a beaut. Where'd you get it?
Mind your beeswax, Norm. Where's it from?
Hey, the other guy from WandaVision.
These hotties here. It's Triple Goddess.
What, no working professional goddess?
Why are you so unlikable? I don't... Just out of pure curiosity, does anyone find this remotely entertaining at all?
How much you offering, Norm?
200.
Great. Now I know where to start the bidding on eBay.
This isn't clever. This isn't clever writing at all.
Go home, Agnes.
Out of pure curiosity, can we cast this dude as the Demolition Guy if they ever make a live-action version of Atlantis? He would be perfect for it. I don't really care. That's why you're such an annoying character now and just insufferable to be around. I don't really care that you suffered a tragedy. You're not interesting. It's not interesting writing. And because of this, it's not saying, oh, okay, I'll just excuse her behavior from the beginning of the show until now. Oh, she has problems. I don't care. Get over them. You're a terrible written character.
What?
Did you know that it is a universally acknowledged truth that a lady cop cannot be good at her job and have a healthy personal life at the same time?
A human being wrote this and got paid for it. Why are you sitting like that? That's just such a weird way to sit. Just legs spread, fish. Like what is this?
Okay, so what about the car wreck?
Blood stained in the back seat.
You think that's how they moved her?
I'm sorry. I might have just had a stroke like Audrey Plaza did. Did we see any of this before?
Hey! What are you doing?
There is no way in hell those gutters would not be ripped down instantly.
Stop! Please!
So you're telling me the chief took her out of suspension early because she is the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors, and she can't even do anything right?
Police!
I don't think continuously yelling out the word police is going to make this man stop, because wouldn't that give him more of a reason to not stop? Choreography's bad, acting's bad, writing's bad, just everything's bad. Why were you gasping? It wasn't like he went through the windshield or something.
Hey, you okay?
What the fuck? What do you mean?
He came out of nowhere.
Hey, it's also you from WandaVision and other things.
Ma'am, get back in your vehicle!
Okay, I'll just go then. Fuck you. Yeah, like what the fuck kind of reaction is that?
You alive?
Clearly. Oh my god, his face. You know the funny thing is, speaking of this stuff, I was talking to a guy online that was pretending to be him, and he was clearly trying to scam me. And he was telling me about his show and his role in WandaVision, and he sounded so humble about it and was saying things like, well, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I really hope people enjoy it and give it a try and things like that. And then you hear the quote from the actual actor, and it's like, wow, the scam version of him is so much better of a human being than the actual dude.
It's time for a good old-fashioned chat with Edward Scissorhands in there.
I hate everything about this show. The writing, the acting. Oh my god, it's gonna be a broken record here. It does nothing right. Remember how much charm and fun the first episodes of WandaVision were? Where it felt like it was from some kind of a cool TV show. And as I was watching, I was thinking, wait, why can't you just do this, Marvel? Why can't you just make a funny 1950s sitcom with just people that are superheroes and witches and robots? Why couldn't you just do that? But no, they took that and said, okay, we're going to make it dark and brooding and miserable and everyone's going to hate it. But it's okay. It's by design.
What compelled you to break into the home of a decorated detective?
I don't believe you're that good at your job to be decorated.
When you say decorated, do you mean suspended without pay?
Okay, you little sassy bitch. I don't understand here. You got the painted nails, you got the eyeliner, you got the earrings. Just, what are you going for with this character?
What were you looking for in my house?
The respect of your peers and a fulfilling home life.
Also, with those giant ears, you should have heard her coming from a mile away.
You were fresh out of birth.
What are we doing? Take two?
The things that you're roasting me for are the things that make me dangerous.
I am not even remotely in any way, shape, or form intimidated by you. At all. We've gotten no actual detective skills from her. We haven't gotten anything worth a damn. She caught him because he got hit by a car. She didn't catch him on her own. She didn't outsmart him and was stronger and fat. No. A car literally had to hit him for her to catch him. Look at this room. It's so disgusting and just... everything is just a dumb trope in this.
Where were you last night between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m.?
Home. Beaten off. Next question. Why are you doing this? Marvel, why are you doing this to this actress? Does she read this? Does she act this out and say, you know what, this is perfect? You just look ridiculous.
Asleep in bed. Total loser.
I hope everyone involved in this product doesn't get another chance in Hollywood. You don't deserve it. It's that simple. And I really hope Kevin Feige has realized after Deadpool 3 that this is not working. The direction of Marvel right now, the acting, the the writing, the people in charge of this stuff, they're not making you any money at all. This show is going to make people a lot of money, but it's not going to make Marvel people a lot of money. It's going to make a ton of creators a ton of money, and it's really going to build up a lot of people's channels with this show. No one in this show deserves really anything else going forward.
Totally lying. Let's find out.
I hope he just knocks the shit out of her right now.
What do you know about this? Nothing.
Wait a second. Why do you think that he's involved in this murder? He robbed your house. There's really no reason. Let's look at this from like an actual detective standpoint here. He didn't... There's really no connection at all between him and the murder from this morning. Look at this face. It sums it up everything.
What happened to her?
What are you talking about? These are just flowers.
What?
You're just the worst detective. Yes, I know it's all, an illusion and crap like that, but just, you can't even make her remotely competent in any way, shape, or form.
Why do you keep looking at that painting? Carmine Sole.
Let's pause for a second. Remember WandaVision episode 1, I believe it was, when the dude was choking and it got really, really creepy and everything was just a perfect scene of, oh, we're so happy, and then, oh man, this is real, this is horrific, what's gonna happen now? You're trying to do the same thing, and it just looks dumb. Oh, well, hold on a second. So she's thinking that this is all it happened in her mind, that didn't like the chief of police or whatever come up and introduce this woman from the FBI or something? Why would she be thinking that? If it was maybe she was sitting at her desk and then Aubrey Plaza walked in without anyone introducing her, then she can say, oh, this might have happened in my mind. But not when someone's being introduced to her.
Case closed then? That witch is gone. And all the copies of the Darkhold with her, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell.
No. That's not how it works. In fact, I was going to wait to the end of the episode to bring up how I would have done this. The episode should have just been like a regular sitcom, like the world she was trapped in at the end of WandaVision, and then at the end, maybe she just snaps out of it, and that's because she died, or Wanda died in Multiverse of Madness, so thus the spell was broken. You can't trap her in a distorted world, and now she's trapped in there because the wielder of such a spell is dead. And also, she was crushed by something heavy. She was crushed by a mountain falling on her face. And you're telling me that, oh, she just had a bruised face with dental records able to be extracted? No, there would be nothing left. She would be smooshed jelly.
Is that hot?
What's with the music and the reveal? We know who she is. We've seen the only season of WandaVision. Why are you making it seem like this is some massive, big, holy shit reveal? We all know who this character is. The only one that doesn't know who she is her.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
What is going on?
Damn, white women be crazy.
How long have I been living in this cesspool of a town?
About 3 years.
3 years?
Wow, it's been 3 years since WandaVision, and we haven't heard from this character since. And now they're trying to push her as a character that people really liked, that we have to give her her own show and tell her own story. It's kind of weird when you realistically look at the timeline of how long ago these products were made. No one's cared about this character in 3 years. And now they're like, hey, you know what? We need an Agatha show, a show that nobody asked for. And we're going to maybe try to make her a staple of Marvel going forward.
Ooh, we try not to say her name.
Why are you still here? You're telling me after everything that just happened, you just stayed in the town? You're not under a spell, right? So you're just here living in the town after everything that happened, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll just cut my lawn?
What have I been doing all this time?
Well, you mostly been a good neighbor, a bit too casual with your boundaries.
Call me nosy, I'll cut out your tongue.
I love this so far. Right now, we're about at the, let's just say 28-minute mark for purposes here. So you spent the previous 27 minutes making this character the most insufferable, annoying, idiotic written character probably in Marvel in a very long time. And now you made her cool. Couldn't you just give us this the entire time? No. You had to waste 27 minutes.
So what? I've just been spouting nonsense?
I have a lot of questions of what she's been doing this whole time. Does she every day just wake up as a different person and just go outside? This guy stares like, oh, I guess she's true crime today. Oh, I guess she's Mad Max mode. Like, does she? That would have been kind of fun to see, where every episode she was just in a different world, kind of like in WandaVision season 1 when they actually did this right.
And you've just been humoring me?
I would 100% be doing that. If I had a neighbor that was a witch trapped in a TV show mentally, that would be the best neighbor of all time. I would go along with every single thing she was doing. Because I'm hoping that every day she would walk out of her house in a different TV show. And I would 100% be looking forward towards it.
Folks been trying to help out, stopping by, bringing you groceries, and
you guys are just the nicest neighbors of all time. This should have been the show. Give me a show, a sitcom type of thing, where Agatha is just existed, and the neighbors, because of high inflation, they can't move, so they just have to deal with her every single day. Give me that show.
Oh, jeweler.
I'm sorry. I hate this. I hate that you wasted the bulk of your show with the worst writing in Marvel history. But then you somehow redeemed yourself by making this fun. How did you do this?
Goes to die.
I'm so annoyed. You guys did everything wrong, and now you're actually doing things right. Okay, this is my first watch through of this. I would have actually done the show very similar like this. It's just they went in a terrible direction with it. Where now she's free because Wanda's dead, and now she has to get her abilities back, and that's what the whole show's going to be about. I understand that. That's probably the only direction they could have gone in. But why did you bother wasting our time with 27 minutes of garbage writing, garbage acting, garbage everything? It's not gonna play until later on. There is nothing about what happened in the beginning that realistically matters going forward. I'm saying this episode 1, not knowing how this show's gonna play out. What was the point of it when you could have given us this?
I got mugged, mister.
That, I hope the sale of bunnies skyrocket after this show came out. I might want to buy a bunny right now.
A little bit of power I had and left me with household appliances.
Look at how cute that thing's face is. I don't care what she's saying, just give me more bunnies.
We gotta get back on top.
that bunny's like, it's okay, master, I still love you. Give me a show of the bunny's point of view, just dealing with his owner being a witch. If anything happens to that bunny, I'm going to punch a pregnant woman. And ironically, there's one in the next room, so you better hope nothing happens to this bunny.
Real, and not a figment of my imprisoned mind. And that means...
Can you imagine the neighbor just trying to exist, to cut his lawn, just try to have a normal day, and this just happens across the street from you? Give me the point of view of a regular, everyday person living in the MCU. Fantastic idea for a show.
How long's it been, Agatha?
No, don't go back to the bad writing. You were doing everything right so far. This poor little twink is so confused.
This is undignified. Don't you want me at my best?
Are you trying to reverse Uno card her? It's not gonna work, right? There's no way this plan could possibly work. She's not gonna help her get her powers back so she could beat her. And this isn't an episode of Dragon Ball Z where I'm gonna throw my opponent a sensu bean and fight them at full power.
Okay, Agatha.
It worked. It actually worked. They Dragon Ball Z this situation of, yes, I'm gonna throw my opponent a sensu bean as they're down and out because I want to fight them with some kind of dignity and honor. It wouldn't happen in my world at all.
Specifically.
The worst of them. The Salem 7.
I hate the names of groups in here. What was the thing in Captain America? I'm sorry, not Captain America. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Flag Smashers, the Flag Burners, something stupid like that. I think it was like the Flag Smashers or something. First of all, you can't smash a flag. And now, the Salem 7. What happens if you get another member? Or you lose one? Do you have to scour the universe to find another member?
Meet her and, it really warms the heart.
You don't have a heart.
Yes, I do.
There is no reason to cast Aubrey Plaza in anything going forward. She does not remotely bring anything to the table. I am not entranced at all by her performance. I'm not thinking, wow, I'm so glad they got her for... There is nothing about this woman's abilities right now that remotely screams, yes, hire her and you will make more money. It'll make more buzz online because she's been riding the Parks and Rec series going forward. But afterwards, I don't know, man. I don't see any reason to bring her into any project whatsoever. Well, everyone, that was Agatha's Agatha All Along, episode 1, 35 minutes. The first 26 minutes, they did everything wrong. Every single solitary thing wrong. And now, you redeemed yourself from it. I think the conversation between her and the neighbor, if that would have been the show going forward, I would love it. Just a nonsensical show of her just working with her neighbor to try to get her powers back. And he's just doing it purely out of the goodness of his heart. I think you might have a fun and interesting and, dare I say, entertaining show. But no. Just on-the-nose dialogue with Aubrey Plaza, all that crap going on. But I don't know what to make of it. Out of a rating of 10, I don't know what I'm giving this. I saw some places giving it a 3. I think that's warranted. I say a 3 out of 10 is exactly where this show should sit right now. And honestly, before this show is coming out, I feel really foolish that I didn't make a video of it. That's actually how I would have written it. Where she's in a show for a little bit and then just snaps out of it because Wanda's dead and the spell is broken. and then she has to somehow work with a coven or someone to get her powers back, but to what end? Let's just look at it big picture Marvel style wise. Let's pretend for a second this show is universally, not just from the Disney shows online, just not from the people who read it, this show is universally the best TV show out there. It is getting hundreds and hundreds of millions of views. It's bringing in a boatload of new Disney Plus subscribers. Everyone is coming to see this show. What do you do with her then? Do you make Agatha the main focus of Marvel? Do you make her part of the Avengers? Do you tailor every single story and series going forward in her world? No. You're not doing that. And you know you're not doing that, Marvel. So what's the point of this show? I said this about a year ago. A year ago in my video when this show was announced and Echo was announced. I said the worst thing that could happen for Marvel is if these two shows are massive successes, because you don't have anything for them going forward. But yeah, I would say again, the first 26 minutes of the show, horrible. Did everything wrong. It did everything right for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it went to bad on the nose dialogue and everything just looks stupid. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about that.